Go Dogs.
So, Matt, how did it feel today, blending in at your first practice here with the Atlanta Falcons?
It felt good. Just get out there and play football. I think everything went well. I'm still learning. I'm still new. Don't know all the calls and stuff, so it's kind of very small role right now.
What was the call like? I guess it was a Zoom call with Coach Morris and Terry. How did that go? And and then they, we understand that you got the pick between the Falcons and the Bears.
Yeah. When we was able to talk, the conversation went good. The call went good, and it kind of happened when I was asleep. So, my picking opportunity was pretty slim. But when we talked, it was good, and we had good conversations, and I just liked it how they was fired up.
It was reported a couple days ago that you kind of were given your choice to go to Chicago or Atlanta. So I guess the simple question is why Atlanta?
I'm just happy to be here, but, don't believe everything you read or everything you see. But, I'm happy to be in the state of Georgia and with the Atlanta Falcons.
What kind of sold you on your decision? I mean, I know it's a trade, and obviously so you don't believe everything you read, but why did you want to come here? Why is this a good fit for you?
I think it's a good fit because of defense and the reasons I would want to come here. So when you're in Atlanta, you get to play, Mike Vick played here. It's a lot of history here. And then, the coaches and the scheme and the players that y'all have around here and was building around here. And so I think, coming here and getting to play, I'm just excited. And and you got good weather here too.
Most people wouldn't say that, say it's too hot.
Yeah.
What was it like going with the team to Baltimore and kind of like getting acclimated, getting to meet some people, kind of getting to go on that trip?
They got nice planes. There's Wi-Fi on that thing. But just getting with the teammates, just kind of eating around the guys and kind of just figuring out like names and stuff and faces and names and all right, what position you play, all right, how long you been here. It's all that stuff. And, it's some new people here that, they've been here longer than me, but they asking me questions. I'm like, bro, I should be asking you questions. And so, my knowledge of the game, but their knowledge of here, it's just different. And so, I know a couple guys, and we talked and worked out over the summer with each other, and so that helped. That's us making it smooth and, kind of walking me through some stuff. So, I appreciate that. But, I can't keep saying it enough. I'm just happy to be here. I really just want to play football.
I know you mentioned that you were talking to some of the players, and during practice today, I noticed that you and Arnold were chopping it up. Kind of took a knee and were chatting with each other. Do you mind sharing what you guys were talking about?
We more the plays and stuff, and when they run some plays that I don't really know, or they say, like he be telling me the calls for real, and he be like, all right, this is what you're doing on this call, like this is what you got, and it sounds so funny, and if I wasn't just traded here 4 days ago, I would know. If I had a whole off season of learning and stuff, I would know. But right now, I'm in the process of, getting my clothes, cars, and all my shoes down here, and also learning the playbook, but also trying to find a house and also trying to keep up with my body. So, I have so much respect for anybody that get traded mid-season and still have continued success because, I'm traded during training camp, and I'm in the spin cycle right now. And so when a guy like that just take his time, we all out there tired, we all out there in the same conditions, the heat, the weather, but he want to get me acclimated. He want to help me. And that's how you know you got good teammates and you building a good locker room.
I know you said that you just want to play football, but is it more appealing to come to a team that's on that verge of getting to the playoffs and something big versus going to a team that's already established and knowing they're going to make the playoffs every year?
No, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with going to the playoffs every year. But coming here, and I didn't know it before I got in the building, but you see the culture. You see how Rod interacts with the players and how the players interact with each other. And you see, like, even though we compete, like if somebody like going down, like people not finishing them, or is not too many fights out there, and maybe that's because it's later in training camp, I don't know, but you see that the locker room is stable. And I don't know if y'all ever been in there or whatever, but people are mixed up in different sections. It's not just like the DBs right here, all the DBs. So it don't get that like cliquey posse type stuff. Everybody's intertwined in some type of way.
This team has been searching for some pass rush for a while. So could you just talk about your skill set as a player and what you think you're going to be able to help this team do?
Man, I love to brag on myself, but I won't. I think I have a lot of film out there, a lot of stats, a lot of, whatever. So I just got to let that translate to out here and playing fast. I think that's the biggest thing for any player when they play free and they play fast, because the scheme. And so I think learning the playbook will make way more difference than anything I did in the past, or any type of pass rush move that I know is actually understanding the playbook and understanding like where my team gonna be, because I think that's one of the best things I could do. I would know, where Bentley is, or if LG seen this type of block, I know I can steal a rep because he's gonna cover me, and so I need to get that chemistry with my teammates as well.
Going back,
You go.
going back to what you said about kind of your transition, how everything's been crazy and everything, like going to that where you only have a couple weeks to the regular season, how are you preparing for this expedited or quick, everything ramped up speed and getting ready to go to the game when you're worried about where you're going to live, worried about your clothes, worried about the playbook, everything like that?
Well, I'm making Marquita, that's my sister, I'm making her go pack my house up and shift everything down here. But other than that, regardless of all of that stuff, is a business, and I got to do my job. And so if the football ain't right, ain't nothing else gonna be right. And so I got to make sure, number one is a priority, and all my people around me know that, and they kind of just know how I get down. It's like once it hit July, it's like, all right, we can't call his phone that much, or we can't keep asking him for stuff that much, because I get mad quick. Like, y'all know I'm busy, but I got a great support staff and support system, and they're gonna come out here and help me. And one of my good friends since elementary live out here, so he was just riding with me around all day yesterday looking for houses and stuff. So I got a good support staff, and the team and upstairs are both helping me. So that really helps a lot too.
I'm curious, when you are looking kind of back over the last year and having to go through the injury, and you're really trending in such a good direction before the injury, what did you kind of learn about yourself over the last year and having to go through that?
Man, I knew God, but I encountered him over that time. Like, oh man, it was a period for me. Damn. I went through some hard stuff over that year, and it wasn't because of the injury. It was like football. This game masked so much stuff. Like I said, a lot of people stopped calling me around a certain time, and I didn't have that. So I learned a lot by myself.
Do you think you're stronger because of it?
as a man, yeah, but football player, yeah, we gonna see.
Matthew, I know that you were hoping for an extension in New England, and I wonder now, in your new location, do you reset and just try to get comfortable and then worry about that, or would that still be a priority for you here, even though you just kind of learning the way around?
The Atlanta Falcons know nothing about me as a football player and as about me as a man, or, you know, that stuff. They really know my previous resume. And so I can't really demand or ask for anything that I haven't worked for. And that's where I've been my whole life. So I'm going to work for it, man. You know, I got my GV hat on, man. I came from D2. So I'm going to work for it, huh?
I was going to mention, you got your hat. How have maybe the single move that made you a great player at Grand Valley? You get to the pros, drafted by the Patriots, and now you have to have a second move or a third. How have you developed, in introducing yourself to us, how have you developed as a pro to where there's very little that you need to work on? It's just you need to maintain stuff. You're always learning, but what is it about your game that you've first noticed from Grand Valley that I'm a pro now, I gotta start doing things a little bit differently?
Well, it was when I first got in the locker room in Maryland. Steve Smith told me exactly how many rookies or undrafted rookies was coming in, how many vets that was in the league, how many of this, how many of that. And he told us, like, every year somebody gonna try to take your job. And so he was just, and then at the end he was just like, be a pro. It's like, man, what do you mean? Like, we all pros, we all get to this level. It's like, nah, like, you're gonna see. It's gonna be people who come in and out them doors, and they gonna get eggs, and they gonna get some free Gatorades, and you'll never see them again. And through my 9 years, he hasn't lied yet. It's people that come in and out the doors like players, right? People come in and out the door, and you just don't want to be in that. So becoming a pro and working on my game and putting myself, you know, deep into football when it's time to, that's because, you know, this is not for long. You don't get it for long. And when it's over, it's over. And when I retire and I hang up, like, I really only want to see y'all like once every a year. Like if I go to a Pro Bowl or Super Bowl or something but I want to retire and be able to do what I want. And so right now I really hone in and focus on the football stuff, because when I'm done, like, I can't get nothing back.
To that point, going into this year, what goals do you have for yourself? As you kind of seem like you have like some conviction, a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. So what are you hoping 2024 holds for you?
I never ever like really set a goal, and I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I just thought, like, how my mind worked. If you don't reach your goals, did you fail? It's like all right, I'm not gonna set a goal, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm just gonna play with reckless abandonment. And so that's the mission. Like, the mission is go and destroy everything out there. But, you know, I don't have no goals.
I think that's still a good talking point, though.
Yeah.
When you were growing up, who were the guys that you said, I think I can play like him? I've got a Charles Haley in mind that, you know, the way he was able to get after the quarterback and get around tackles. Who were some of the heroes that you looked up to when you were younger?
My oldest brother.
Really?
Yeah, man. Michael Paul Judon Jr. Yeah, he was and he didn't even play DN. I just wanted to be better than him in everything, and I looked up to him.
Was it a little competitive at Thanksgiving football?
What? Heck yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's 10 of us. It's 10 of us. So, like, we get competitive in everything. Hooping, baseball. I'm from Michigan, so the pond would freeze. We'd play hockey. Like, everything. Everything. Like, I was trying to be better than him in any and everything. And I think the funnest time I ever had was we used to work out when I was going from a junior to a senior in high school. We used to work out, and he bought weights, he bought all this stuff, and we just used to grind. And it was the funnest time I ever had.
Following up on Tori's question, just talking about your background and stuff, do you feel like when a team trades for you, that you kind of get even more of a chip on your shoulder to prove yourself to them?
Nah, I don't know. It's my first time being traded. You know, I signed a free agency. I think when you go to a new team, that just means they want you there. You know, I wasn't picked off a waiver wire or something. I wasn't like to fill an empty spot or void. I think the team looked at their roster and was like, this guy can improve that room. And so I just got to come out here and do what I do, be me. And then I think that'll help. And the pieces will fall where they may.
Going off that a little bit. Falcons have kind of fixated on pass rush a lot. The last couple of years, they've struggled. 2-3 years ago, they were worst in the league. Last year, they improved, but they lost 2 guys that were leading sacks. In saying that, there are numbers and sacks to be had in this room, right? How exciting is that for you to come in here and kind of make an immediate impact?
Good, but I think as a good pass rusher and as a good player, just in general, you make other players better around you. You know, it's kind of like that LeBron effect. You know, so if I get 12 sacks, but our room at 40, you know, like that's good. That's good. I'm causing problems, and that give Grady like 3 or 4 more sacks on a hell of a total, a hell of a career that he has. Or we just ping ponging the quarterback back to the edges, and so that's great as well. And so that's why it's just hard. Like I'll be like, all right, I want to break the record. I want to break the record for sacks, all right. But sometimes you get double teamed and you get slid to. So it's like, all right, build a wall for that person that get that one-on-one. And so, I'm just coming here to improve whatever I can. So if that's sacks productions, or that's TFLs, or that's negative plays, or that's 3 and outs, or that's our third down defense, or that's whatever it is, whatever y'all want to stat and whatever y'all want to. That's what I'm trying to do.
Raheem said you took his seat on the bus in Baltimore. I'm wondering if you knew that was his seat and you were just setting the tone, or if that was just happenstance.
We just got up off the plane, and I figured bus 1 get there first, and the first seat, you get off the bus first. Y'all know how it is. Them elevators get backed up, so I'll be running up off that thing. So he got it though. He got it. He the head man in charge, and I don't want to ruffle no feathers.
Well, to follow up on that, he actually said this morning, we asked him if there was a fine or punishment for trying to steal his seat, and he said first time's a warning, second time he would put hands on you.
Man, see, and that's the worst thing. It's 2 seats there. We could both sit, but he got it from now on. And like I said, like I came out to practice, I was like, man, I don't even know where I go. I'm just out there, and so. I ain't know he sat there. We ain't do it like that where I came from. We had the first bus. They took the second bus, but all right. The first bus, first seat, that's Robert's seat. All right.
There's a shot of you in Baltimore on the sideline, and there's a kid up in the stands, and you're signing autographs. Talk about your experience and now that you've been around for a while and what you get to give back.
Man, I think I don't know how y'all did it in COVID year. I don't know. I ain't come here. But without the fans, that game it's a long game without the fans, man. So the fans make the game electric. They bring a different atmosphere. It's like some days you might drag the practice because it ain't nobody cheering you on and stuff, and that's where your motivation come from, and that's where your why, like why you doing this. But like during the game, like you don't need to think about that stuff. You go out there and you hear that crowd roar, you hear that, you feel that excitement. And so when I'm not like really into the game, or I'm not playing like that, and that was my second day for real, third day of being a Falcon. And so, you know, just signing autographs, just giving stuff back, you know, even though some people sell them, that's not for us. But, you know, you just making the kids' day, or, you know, just giving some excitement to a fan that loves this game, that's very passionate about this game. You know, we don't really care about their parlays and stuff, and if they making their parlays, but to have them there and for them to be in the building, it gives a different excitement to the game.
Do you feel the love from Falcons fans so far? Because so many of them have been kind of asking for you to come here, and to his point about the pass rush being something that's lacked here for a little while. Do you feel the excitement that kind of fans have for a guy like you to come here?
Yeah, a little bit. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be here. It's always good to be wanted, and I just got to go out there and give them what they want, because if you don't, it'll turn on you real quick. But just go out there and play how I play and do what I do. You know, we can continue to build on that love, and we can continue to build on that respect and the things that I've done in my career.
Did your phone blow up as much as ours did?
Man, it was all right. Like I said, I was asleep, so I already had 20 calls. But then the next day was my birthday. So I got traded on the 14th, birthday on the 15th. Man, my phone didn't stop blowing up to the 17th. It's like I had a million birthday wishes. And if I didn't get back to you, I swear to God, I love you. Like I do. But a million happy birthday wishes and a million like congratulations, or this gonna be great. And the thing about that, right? For me, is one verse a million, but to them, you know, it's 1 verse 1. It's like, I sent you this text message, I respect something back. And I'm just liking messages and like, thank you so much, man, or stuff like that. But for everybody out there that like really care about me and that really like checked on me, like, I do appreciate you.
Last one? All good? Okay, cool.
All right, thank y'all, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.